A man wishing to be unhappy will find many ways to prove his course. Are you depressed right now? Are you unhappy? Are you discontent in your life? Are you unfulfilled? I've been in this situation before where I felt depressed, I felt really down, feel sad about my life. And what I really found was more reasons as to why I should feel like shit started surfacing. I'm just like, oh, okay, of course, yeah, okay, I'll take this belief on now. And then when I get that belief, I'm like, yeah, actually, no, I do feel like shit because of this, actually. So I take on this belief. And it's like a negative spiral downwards, right? And until you become self-aware of it, you just keep going down this hill. So I got into a state where I'm just like, I feel super, super sad. I'm super depressed. I'm just like, what do I do now? But then I came across this quote: "A man wishing to be unhappy finds many ways to prove his course." And it just got me thinking, like, yeah, of course, like these thoughts are just like chains, like a chain link basically. So I see one, I'm gonna go to the next one. I see one, I'm gonna go to the next one. And before you know it, I'm in a really desperate pit of despair, and I'm just not able to get out of it, like through my own accord, until I kind of like realize, like self-actualize that I've actually got myself in this situation. It's just something that I thought would be a quick, good little nugget of information to share, because I know depression is like running fucking rampant these days, and you may not even realize that the people you're around, the influences you have, the content you watch, the movies you watch, the people you speak to, your family members, your environment, everything could be dragging you down, but you just don't know it until you hear something like this. What I would suggest in this situation is to audit your environment, audit your circle of influence as well. So this means if you have any negative friends or people who say anything negative to you from now on, put a pin in that and just be like, okay, this is someone I may need to avoid in the future. Or if you're in a situation where there's a lot of dickheads around you, or an environment like that you live in, perhaps maybe don't go out as much. Don't spend time with your area boys, for example. If it's someone at school, maybe avoid that person, or like to inform someone to kind of like help you separate each other and stuff like that. Get some accountability elsewhere. If it's your family, you can do things to avoid them. If it's if it's the content you're watching, which is most of the time a lot of the case, you can see like see the people you subscribe to, see the people that's coming up on your home feed, and purposely try to find other content creators who are in like a better, like more empowering type of niche, and follow them instead, and disassociate with these people. Like, I don't know if you guys know the Hodge twins, but I love the Hodge twins, like back in the day as well, when I was like 21. So I'm talking about like a decade ago plus, right? And I used to watch them every single day. I didn't miss a single video of theirs, right? And I still like enjoy their content every now and then when it pops up, but I don't watch it as much. But I was consumed with their content, right? And I started to speak like them, like just for jokes, not like not like in my real world, but like just for jokes. I'd say their things. I'd like do their impersonations and stuff like that, and it would feel funny. But at the same time, I'm just like so influenced by these people, and they keep talking about the same things, which is like busting nuts and like women and trans people and stuff like that. They keep talking about the same thing, right? And then all of a sudden you find yourself talking about the same thing. You can't think of anything else. You're thinking like, oh wait, this person's like put this video, I need to watch this now. You get sucked into their hole, their wormhole, right? Their content hole, that is. And then it's just like you become a mini type of version of that type of content. And yeah, you're watching different type of people as well, but at that time they were my favorite content creators, and like I watched pretty much 90% of what, like all the content I was watching, it was pretty much them. And it just became a point like you need to disassociate somewhat to have room for other influences to come and like influence you, basically. So for a while I watched them for like about 4 years, and I was like, all right, I'm getting a bit sucked into this right now. I unsubscribed, I stopped looking at them. They came up like recently on my timeline, that's why I'm mentioning them. So like, but for about a good like 6-year period, I didn't see any of their videos after that, because I was just like, oh, I need to clear my mind, I need to read more books, I need to listen to content from different type of content creators who are more into personal development, who are more into like learning things that I want to learn, or teaching things that I want to learn rather. And when that happened, things started to like, for my mind, started to get healthier and like just better in all round, like in every aspect basically. So this may be something that you need to do for yourself. Audit your entire life and see what thoughts are bringing you down, or the environment that's bringing you down, and stop finding different ways to continuously bring yourself down. Instead, purposely look for ways to bring yourself up. And before you know it, there will be a tipping point where you have more positive things that are just weighing heavier in your mind, and it just outweighs the negative, and the negative just like flies off somewhere. It will still be there, don't get me wrong, but it will be such less impact on your mind. And this is all about strengthening your mind. This is all about like creating the mind in the mind you need to be, creating your mind to be the mind you need to have to live a successful life. So this is literally the purpose. This is literally the plan that you need to follow. Like, there is no other way. You just have to outweigh the negative with the positive, and it will take time. Probably if you're in a really bad place, a year plus, and if you're in a somewhat okay place, like within a year, you should be okay. But it's just a matter of starting now, because there's no help that's going to be given otherwise. You just have to change course. You're on the wrong trajectory right now. You're on the wrong course right now. Change course, get back onto the right track, the righteous path, and eventually things will work out.